Outdoors fans, what is up? I made a video like a year and a half, so yeah, we're out here checking traps, living like Luke. My buddy Luke was out here yesterday, did a little bit of cow hunting for like 20-30 minutes. No, probably closer to like 30 or 40. Weren't seeing absolutely nothing, so we started shooting some of my targets and stuff. Pretty windy. It was pretty cold yesterday. Still had a good day. Played some Wii. Played some Spotlight. You know, after dark. Hung out, watched the football game. Two teams that want to go to the Super Bowl. Both lost yesterday. The 49ers and the Bills. Peace out to them. Didn't watch the Niners game. Watched the Bills game. They really went out trying. Niners, from what I heard, y'all just absolutely suck trash. So suck it up, Buttercup, and get better next year. We're out here. We've had some bad cow problems here recently. My dad's got his heifers over there. He's got some Hereford heifers right there, and you know, they're just, you know, they're starting to calve. You notice there's already a few calves there on the ground, and yeah, you know, it's just that time of year. You know, it's January 19th. Their season's over, I believe, yesterday or the day before. Maybe even today, I don't know. You know, it's just, yeah, that time of year, y'all. Maybe kind of cut to the chase on this trap. So the first trap, we checked it yesterday. There was some coyote sign, you know. There's a lot of coyote sign on this fence. We've seen coyotes here. We've shot a few coyotes real close to these heifers and real close to the house here recently. I've heard them every single night close, and I'm getting tired of it. You've got plenty of cattle here that are about to start calving. We don't want that, do we? So I'm going to flip the camera over here, rolled up on this first snare. I kind of was messing around, moving some brush around stuff, walking around. There was a coyote print right there, and it's kind of messed up now. There, so we live next to this field right here. It's all corn now. It used to be cotton. So it takes a true southerner to know the difference between cotton and corn. You can set that up there like so, about the size of your hand, maybe a little bigger, depends on how big your hands are. That's not the best snare, it's not the best setup, but it's for what I got. It's what I got. Let me move this brush right here. But yeah, you know, I found a little piece of cow fur, picked it up, kind of looked at it. So yeah, I think it was from last night. Hop on the four-wheeler, roll on to the next one. I might even set a trap or two today, depending on if I find a new spot or a spot we didn't do yesterday. Today, we just used some snares that we just had on hand. I didn't grab the extra. Hold up, right there. I'm not sure, just barely got a glimpse of it. That might be fur. Yeah, that's fur right there. No recent activity of footprints. So, I might come back to that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to put something up there. It was really dark fur. Almost looked like cotton, and there was a few hairs in there. There's some rabbit spots right here. I could definitely catch one in. I'm not sure if rabbit's what I'm really going for right now, though. Some more coyote fur right there. There just wasn't really a good spot to set up a trap right there. Could be coming along another snare spot here pretty shortly. Let's see. Dang, where are we? Maybe I missed. I don't know. Not seeing any spots where I want to really put out a foothold or a snare trap. So, not seeing anything in it. Nothing. Oh, a really bad spot right here. Coyote fur, old though, old. Absolutely running over all this brush right here. I'll get back to y'all in a second when I see something. Okay, y'all. Look at these snares. I know that they look a little messed up, but you know, we did the best we could. Those are some of the older snares I have. I kind of did the best with what I could. But looky here. Yesterday there was only one piece of fur on this here fence. And it was going to be kind of hard to see with tracks, because, you know, we have a lot of sand here and it's been blowing sand all day. So unless I'd been in here within the last hour or so, you ain't really able to see it. We just barely kind of got a break in the wind a little bit. This one's all messed up. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Look at all this cow fur. I mean, 1, 2, 3 spots right here. Yesterday there was only 1 spot. And here's the deal. Whenever we set a trap somewhere, we always take the cow fur that was there off of it. That way we know 100% for sure if it's fresh cow hair since yesterday or whatever or not. So this snare, let's see, so these snares are slid a little bit. Something must have messed these up. We just had them, I mean, kind of everywhere we could, honestly, on this part. Slide that. Slide that, slide that. There we go. There we go. If he comes through there, he's dead. Or, sorry, I don't think I can use that word on YouTube. If he comes through there, he's snatched. This one right here, this one was more of a rabbit one. It doesn't look like it, but yesterday this was kind of getting used a lot. And funny, a rabbit right next to a coyote, so just kind of set that up there on that bar. But then a rabbit comes through to yank it off there. Get back to y'all in a second, actually. Might just leave the 4-wheeler here, except I believe I have another snare like right up here somewhere. No, not really. So, get back on the 4-wheeler and keep looking. Okay, y'all. So we found a spot where I believe I'm gonna set a foothold trap, just because you know I feel like setting a foothold trap. I swear I have 2 foothold traps. I can only find one of them back at the house. Might have to buy another one. I do have to be careful with where I set these at because we do have dogs and all that, you know. So, kind of move some of this stuff out of the way. Forgot my trapping gloves, or any sort of gloves actually. So you know we're cooked. Anyways, so I'm gonna kind of show y'all how to set up a foothold trap. I ain't done one in a little while, so it might be a little rusty. You know what I mean? I got some pliers here, some fencing, lineman's pliers, a little bit of tie wire, any kind of wire will work. You can use electrical tape for a rabbit snare, but do not use electrical tape alone. Now, if you're doing a cow foothold trap, I do not use electrical tape at all because it won't do anything. I just wrap that son of a gun up in tie wire, strap the tie wire to a fence post, and you know, there we go. So, you know, get everything hurry and set up here. Just, you know, because I am cold. I forgot to put on an extra coat. I'm sure y'all are bored of listening to me talk. And, well, to be honest with you, I'm tired of listening to me talk too. Get my foothold out of here. Always make sure they're not ready to fire in your bag. You know, you reach in there and might snap a finger off or something, you know. So always make sure they're closed up like that whenever you store them. If they, only time you want them things opened up is when they're being used. I believe I got everything I need out of there. I'm not going to put up a snare right here. So, if I can, I'm going to set this camera up. See if y'all can see me once I stand here in front of the camera. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut ourselves about, I don't know, about 15 inches of our tie wire. You can use normal fence and smooth wire. Really, you can use whatever you want. Sorry for the gunshot. So, this part doesn't really matter that much, you know. Honestly, normal food smith wire, fencing wire works just as good, but it's more expensive, and it will last you a lot longer, and it holds a little tighter, but it's a little harder to work with too. That's a decent bird. Oh no, stupid cotton ball. I was just telling y'all, you gotta be a true southerner to know the difference between fur on a fence line and cotton on a fence line. Well, so we got ourselves, I cut mine actually a little short, about a 10 to 12 inch piece right here. So there's this part on your trap, the little eyelet, it's connected to a chain. This little eyelet looking thing is connected to a chain that connects to the foothold trap, okay? So we're just gonna, and then these little loop eyelet hole things. So this thing right here has a little hole in it. Run this through that hole and just kind of do it that way your piece won't fall out. Just kind of make that into a U for a second. Now we get to the actual, okay, I didn't forget my tool, that's very important. It's not a stake, it's a tool. If you ever buy a trap and comes with one of these, it's not a stake for the ground. Notice it has these little notches in there, they're for a reason. So, I'm going to bring y'all over here. Well, actually no. How am I going to set y'all up to where I can do this? Okay, see if I can do it here on the four-wheeler if I have my fingers open in for the fan. That's not good life advice, y'all. Don't listen to me at all. Let's see. So, struggling as always. I was trying to use my GoPro, but it really wasn't working. So, we got our trap here. I'm going to set it on as flat as the space as we can get. We have our little thing right here, or pin, whatever. Set that out away from you. Might just do this trap here with our hands. Forgot I can't really do it with my hands because I don't have two people. So here's what we're gonna do. If y'all don't know how to actually do a trap, you're trying to learn, look up someone like Flair or Trapper J or something like that. So honestly, I'll be back with y'all. I'll be back with y'all in a second. Once I get this trailer set up, this stupid foot trap set up, and I'll be back with y'all in a second. Okay, show y'all the finished product. Okay, y'all, I got our trap set up. It seriously takes about 60 seconds. So I'm gonna give y'all a little advice right here. This little tool, very useful. I don't know how to use it really, to be honest with y'all. So here's what I use it for: is I spread apart the trap. I spread apart the trap. I spread, the circle part apart by stepping on this part right here, this part right here. I spread it apart right there, stand on it, and then I open up the circle, put it all the way flat. See that little metal line right there? My finger's right next to that little line right there. You're gonna take that part, flip it out of your way right before you open up the trap. Flip it out away from the trap. That little dish right there, you're gonna lift it up, and there's gonna be a little wedge. I already told y'all I should listen to myself. I'm terrible at explaining things, and it's hard to do it when you're just filming by yourself and your GoPro won't work, so you're using your camcorder. Also, set it up as close to the trap site as you possibly can, instead of like 4 feet away. But there's so much sand right here, it's having a hard time doing it that way. So I'm gonna do it about right there. I'll blend it in and all that pretty stuff later. I can't get quite close to the fence post, and I'm not gonna substitute me possibly not catching that foul. I'm still gonna do it right in that pathway, but I'm gonna let y'all go. We'll film again in a second. I'll tie that up to just a normal fence line in it. It'll still hold 20 kids. Peace out.